Welcome to Sefeo's podcast. I am Annie from Jakarta, Indonesia. Tonight I have Shafira with me. Hello, Shafira.
Hi, Kani. How are you?
I am doing fine. How about you?
Doing great.
Wow, Alhamdulillah. So, Shafira, tonight I'm going to take you to talk about me time. Some people have a different
Awesome.
opinion about me time. I think you also have a different opinion about that. But for me,
Yes,
me time
absolutely,
is yes. But for me time is taking a break from hustle and bustle of my daily activities that makes me exhausted to unwind and restore my mood. How about you, Safira? Let us hear more from your side. What does me time means to you?
All right. Before I deliver my opinion, I would like to apologize in advance if there are some background noises. So I'll try my best to speak as loud as I can. So, me time for me, right? Me time for me. Well, I couldn't agree more with you, Kak Annie. Me time is taking a break from our daily activities. It's some sort of like a time that we need to recharge ourselves so that we do not exhausted, so that we do not feeling worn out and that kind of thing. But things that's gonna be different is that how we are going to do it, right?
Yes.
Me time, the definition of me time is basically the same. Taking a break, taking a moment for your own self, taking a moment for you to catch a breath before you could run again in the pace. So that's the definition of me time for me too. So it's pretty much the same kind. Yes.
Oh, okay. So have you ever in the situation, Safira, you really want to get away from your daily activities of business? What you do for what did you do when you in that situation?
Of course, all the time. Gosh, running
All
away
the
from our daily
time.
activities.
Same with me.
You know, right? I mean, I'm a college student, right? I'm on third semester right now. Everything is just so plunged for me. For my campus activities, my house course activities, I didn't do that much at house. I mean, I don't really sweep the floor every day. I don't really wash my own clothes. I have to admit that, okay? But I'm taking care of a pet. Its name is Morky. It's a guinea pig, and taking care of him alone is basically really taking my time off. So I couldn't do it every day. So that's the reason why I taking care of him. I mean, like cleaning him, taking him to bath, etc. Washing his cage on Saturday, right? So, but now at this moment, after today, actually, I just made a contract to my senior high school debating team. They asked me personally to teach them or as a coach for them, and I said, yeah, sure, why not? Not only that, I also have to teach my debate team in campus. So I have to
Wow.
divide my schedule for my high school debating team and then for campus debating team. I mean, all the juniors that are need to be trained so that they could be a great debater one day. So that's the reason why I said my activities is completely clenched for me. I mean, I barely have enough time to laying around on my bed all the time and whatnot. So that is why I say it all the time. I really wanted to escape my activities just for once. So yeah, I think that's. I hope that answered your question.
Oh, okay. I cannot imagine when I hear that your activities like that. Oh my goodness, that's very. I don't know if I can make it or maybe face it. That's
Oh,
awesome. So,
thank you,
Safira,
thank you. Yes.
I heard that me time can be good healing for us. Do you believe that? Have you ever feel that you healed when you do a me time or after doing a me time?
Yes, yes, of course. Uh, as I mentioned before, and I pretty much believe that everybody would agree on this. Me time is basically a time for you to recharge yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How do you feel?
I of course, after I did a me time, it just feel a bit fresh. I
A
mean, me
bit
time
fresh.
not necessarily mean not necessarily mean you have to go to a faraway place and then be alone or whatnot. It's just basically be in your room listening to music or watching movies and everything that could please yourself for a moment. That would be a me time, right? Even drinking a cup of coffee
Oh
would be
yeah, I
great.
see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Only with
right?
drinking a coffee could be a good me time.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
feel
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
So
yeah,
go ahead. Go
yes.
ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, so yeah, basically after I did a me time, a little bit of me time for myself, I got a bit healed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I patch my mood up, and then well, when I get upset, I say to people, please just leave me alone for a moment, and then I could just take a deep breath, and then say, all right, I'm fine. What do you want to say again? That kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty much healed up a little bit of after a little bit of me time. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes when I feel exhausted or something, sometimes bored, taking a walk just around the office or out of the building, not quite far, is quite fresh myself because only what you need is some fresh air, right? Some air,
Yeah,
fresh air
fresh air.
from your activities. Oh my God, I am stuck. I must looking for something. No need to go away to somewhere. I mean, it's okay. After you have a new air, you can think again clearly. You can go back to the office or to your activities, right? So tell me, what is your
Absolutely.
favorite do? What is your favorite do in your mid time?
Oh, that's a very good question. Uh, I told you, right? I mean, I say to you that I have a very planned activities during my weekdays and my
Yes,
weekends.
yes.
So I don't have that much of time for me to
Mm-hmm.
like, right? Like taking a breath. I mean, I could only have a moment, right? So what I
Yes.
did is that I stay up late until 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning. And
Uh-huh.
during that period, after I finish all my works for campus, all my chores at house, like washing the
Mm-hmm.
dishes and taking care of my guinea pig for a moment. After that, around midtime, from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., I could just watch movies, or I could watch YouTube videos, or I could play my game, or I could listen to some music. So that's pretty much the thing that I did for my me time. The reason why I chose from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is that it is such a quiet moment for me. I mean, everybody's asleep, right? Nobody would call me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would bother my, like sometimes like during before midnight, my friends would chat me asking for
Mm-hmm.
what's our assignment once again from our lecture and whatnot. Or sometimes my mom calls me up. So that's the reason why from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is the best time for me to do a little bit of me time and healing up myself to start off the next day.
Are you still awake to get up on 2 or 3 a.m.?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
so you,
absolutely.
you are not sleep yet. So you still
No,
awake until 2 or 3. Oh, don't you feel headache or something? Because for me it's quite hard. I will feel dizzy.
I know.
My head will. I think I cannot do it. I
Yeah.
have to sleep first and wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. You don't feel that?
Oh, no, actually, I got used to it. All I mean, the moment I start staying up late is
Mm-hmm.
when the pandemic strikes off. During
Oh.
those first 3 months of quarantine days.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't get that much thing to do. I was at my 11th grade when the pandemic breaks off. So I got 3 months, three
Mm-hmm.
free, 3 months of free time.
Three months.
Basically got nothing. Yeah, yeah, 3 months completely off the school. completely off the
Mm.
school, don't have no assignments from the teachers, don't have
Mm-hmm.
no classes. So basically 3 months off. And
Mm.
then I got nothing to do. I mean, I during the day I just laying around playing my phone. So it's like, I saved my energy for 8 hours of sleep, and then I supposed to use it for the next 16 hours, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
16 hours would be, like I should do for during normal days. I should do something that could, I mean, things that I should do. So that would be draining my energy up. But then during pandemic, since I got nothing to do, I saved up too many energies during those 8 hours of sleep, and then I couldn't sleep for the next until late at night. So I tell you a little crazy fact about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ever did not sleep until 7 a.m. in the morning.
OMG.
Yeah,
If
that's
it was me, oh my God, I will have a great headache,
I know. I
passing
know.
12 p.m. to
Mm-hmm.
8 a.m. It's quite hard for me. My health will
Yeah.
a bit dizzy and my body will feel not quite good. That's why I ask my friends, don't don't ask me to talk after midnight. I give
I know.
him or her only until 11. Yeah,
Yeah.
11
My
p.m.
All right. My friends ask me the same question though. Don't you feel some sort of a headache? You like
Yes.
staying up till 7 in the morning. What are you crazy to
Oh,
say? I say no, no. I got a little bit used to it. I do not sleep until 7 a.m. and then I sleep until once I fall asleep at 7 a.m. I would sleep until 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So it's pretty much switching my sleeping schedule. It's not healthy. I have to admit that. But for
uh-huh.
today's after for today's situation, after I
Mm-hmm.
got so many things to do during those 16 hours, even sometimes I only sleep for about 3 or 4 hours. So it's pretty much uh,
Oh,
draining my energy up. Yeah, I'm in a college student life. I mean, I believe a
three
lot of
or
college
four
students.
hours. Oh my God, how hard it is for you as a
Yeah,
student. I,
well, it's
I cannot
it's pretty
speechless because
crazy actually.
when I was a student, I'm not facing that moment like you. I think what you have
Oh,
to face
really?
is pretty much harder than mine. And 3, 4 hours in a day for sleep. Oh my God,
Yeah.
what can I do?
I
Don't
mean,
you
like. Mm-hmm.
what?
What was that?
Uh, don't you feel sleepy or something like that?
Absolutely.
Because when it's
Absolutely, yeah.
accumulated in a week, oh my God, don't you? It can make
Absolutely.
you
It's so.
broke up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah,
Correct.
actually, um, I slept for 4 hours because, from 7 a.m. till 5 p.m. it would be college time. And
Mm-hmm.
then from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. would be house chores, washing the dishes, taking care of my pet, sometimes cleaning my
Yes.
room up. And then from
Uh,
9 p.m. to 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. sometimes, or even 2 a.m., I need to
uh,
work on assignments,
oh,
presentations all the time. I have to work on PowerPoint all the time, making paper, group paper, paperworks, and
I
whatnot.
cannot imagine that.
Everything needs. I don't know. Everything needs to be done on the same day because tomorrow I have to submit it to my lecturer, and sometimes they don't give us enough time to take care of all those things. They just say, "Okay, I'll give you this assignment for today. The deadline would be tomorrow morning, or even sometimes tomorrow midnight." So yeah, I really have to take care of all those things, and that's also the reason why sometimes from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. is like a little me time for me to watch movies and
So
play
how can
games.
you find your best time to do me time if your activities is very crowded like that?
Yeah, that's why after one day of exhaustion, like from
Mm-hmm.
7 a.m. to 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. taking care of everything that I have to do. That's the reason why from 12 a.m. to 2 or 3 a.m. is like my me time. That is the only hour that I could use to freely use my phone, watching movies, listening to music, and not caring about not not caring if somebody called me because everyone is just asleep during that period of moment. So
Oh,
yeah,
MG.
midnight or early morning is my favorite time to do a me time.
At that moment, I can do nothing because 2 a.m., 3 a.m. If I didn't have a sleep yet, I cannot make it. I can't do that. But yes, I admit it is also my best moment to learn to do something at that moment. But I have to sleep first. It's very
Oh,
hard
I get it.
without any sleep. Yes, and I want to do something at 2 or 3 a.m. means I have to
Mhm.
sleep first at 10 p.m.
Oh, I get it. I get it. So just charging
Mhm.
yourself a bit up before using it again, right?
Yes, but also my best moment is not only 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. but also 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. I don't know. I feel
Oh.
my best moment is to do something to do many things. I can feel that I am on that hours 2 p.m. 3 p.m. but on 2 or 3 a.m. it's a bit hard. Um
Mm-hmm.
I have to have some coffee, but at this moment I cannot drink
Oh.
coffee because I have a stomach
Oh.
problem.
Oh,
Means
I
that
get
you
it.
have
Yeah,
very
that's
less sleep, right? How can you
pretty
focus
much.
on your campus? I mean, when you study something like that, don't you feel headache and then cannot focus because suddenly you fall asleep on the table, something like that?
For headache, no. Falling asleep at the table all the time. Well, depends.
Means
Depends
that
on the
I have a
lecturer.
company.
No, depends on the lecturer. If the lecturer is pretty much
Ah,
a cozy person, like a friendly kind of lecturer or
mm-hmm,
cozy, I could use a little sleep. I could put myself on the table. Put my face on the table for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after
mm-hmm.
those 10, believe it or not, after that 10 to 15 minutes, falling half asleep because I could still hear people talking around me. After those
Mm-hmm.
10 to 15 minutes, I feel fresh again. I don't know why.
Mm,
I
that's
could
good.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like my body is just like adapting to my habit, to my activities.
Oh,
After
I
10 to
see.
15 minutes falling half asleep, I could just, all right, so what are you guys talking about? And then my friends would just, well, one thing I hate, actually, this thing happened to me this morning. I only had about 3 hours of sleep last night, and
Mm-hmm.
I had class from 7 a.m. until three classes between 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. And during that 7 a.m. class, I fell asleep, and my friend
Mm-hmm.
took a video of me, and they posted post yeah and they posted in our Instagram class Instagram account. So
Uh-huh.
why'd you do that? They say it's okay, it's just for a bit of a uh archive. I was like, well, that sucks actually.
For a joke,
So
for
yeah,
entertainment, for infotainment.
yeah,
I
for
mean,
entertainment, yeah.
so have you ever do a me time without anything?
Oh, so just like staring at the void, that kind of thing.
Really do a me time without your social media, without any mobile,
Oh,
without only do something without any what do we call a property.
oh.
Have you ever? Have you?
Uh, I think so. I think so. I think I ever did it once. I was sitting on the beach. It
And the
was,
beach.
yeah, at the beach. Not midnight, not from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. because that'd be terrifying. Uh,
Yes.
it was afternoon, in the afternoon. So I had a bit of a free time during that day. Uh, I just finished my private lesson. I mean, I teach Bimbel too. I teach. I
Mm-hmm.
just finished that activity, and I was
Mm-hmm.
going home. I went home, and then I said, hey, maybe I could stop for a moment. Sitting on the sand, at the beach, and it's quiet for me. I just take a look at the sea and then rethinking about what is my life purpose and that kind of thing. I mean, that would happen to all of us, right? When we have that moment to just sit and think. No cell phones, no nothing, people around us. So just sit and there staring at the sea and then thinking, what am I gonna do with my life? What am I gonna be? Where am I gonna be? That kind of thing. So yeah, I ever did that, but not that much. I mean, sometimes, most of the time during my me time moment, I use my phone because I could just scroll up on Instagram or watching YouTube videos, watching things that would please myself.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I was in the train, I see a lot of people uh, looking to their phone cell, and I make myself free from my phone cell and look at them. Looking to their face, looking their face something like very interesting, like you can read people. And even though in only 15 minutes in the train, I am thinking, uh, it's not actually it's not quite good looking down to your phone cell, because out there,
Mhm.
out of the train, you have beautiful views, even though it's only
Absolutely.
that house, crowd of traffic. I feel, oh my god, I think
Yeah.
that's kind of me time also for me, watching people. I
Wait.
mean, yes,
Mhm. You
go
you
ahead.
were mentioning about train, right? You were mentioning about
Yes,
train.
yes,
I just visited Yogyakarta. About
Yogyakarta.
Yes, yes. I just visited Yogyakarta about a month ago, 2 months ago,
Eh, two
about two
months
months
ago,
ago,
what happened?
and yeah. Well, from the Yogyakarta International Airport
Mm-hmm.
to get to the city of Yogyakarta, it took about 45 minutes on train, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
I
have to
haven't
say,
go
those are
to Yogyakarta, so I I
oh,
don't know. Okay.
those are one of the best moments in my life. Actually,
Oh yeah.
I could
What
just sit.
happened?
I could just sit on the train, just
Mm-hmm.
listen to some music and looking at the beautiful scenery that God present to us. It's just
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
It's
I have to say,
beautiful, right?
I
I
could
mean,
relate to what you just said. I could
you have
relate.
to enjoy it, because oh my
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful. You cannot only looking to your phone cell. Sometimes
Absolutely.
miss all those like that, those things like that is very, what do we call, very, very, very not, unfortunately, you are
Absolutely. Yeah.
unfortunate if you cannot enjoy it. Something that we cannot buy, something that we cannot
Mm-hmm.
save, right?
Completely agree. Yeah. I ever heard about this saying that sometimes you should just enjoy a moment of nothingness. Don't look at
Mm-hmm.
your cell phones. Just don't distract yourself. Just see things that you could see with your eyes. Because only at that moment you could truly, truly ask yourself questions that you may never ask before, or questions that you may haven't answered before. So yeah, sometimes you have to enjoy a moment of nothingness. No cell phones, no talking to people. Just sit by yourself and, well, just enjoy your surroundings for a moment.
Yeah, that's a kind of me time, the best me time.
Yeah,
By the way,
absolutely.
Safira, are you
Hmm.
stay with your family, with your parents, or in a dorm?
Yeah, yeah. I'm staying with my family. That's why I
Uh,
do not do that much of a house course.
you know what, Safira, I want to share you this. My other me time that my favorite is looking to my mom's face. I only have her in my life now. Hearing her story, looking to her face, you will think that, oh my god, now my mom have a lot of freckles in, what do we call when the skin
Wrinkle.
getting, yes, wrinkle on her skin. looking looking to her eyes. There is a ring in that eyes. You pay attention to the face of her or your parents. Is it their father or mother? I think it's a good sense to aware that you have to to spend your time more with them. It's a kind of
Absolutely.
a me time, a good me time for me. So I left my phone cell. I come to her. I talk to her. What happens today? What the news in the television? She will tell her
Mhm.
story, and I will only hear her story and stare at her. Sometimes I think you can
Absolutely.
feel something when you see your parents' face in that moment. Try it. You will
I already did.
grateful.
Yeah, yeah. I already did that actually. But maybe for the
Mm-hmm.
viewers now, for the viewers of this podcast, you should try that advice from Kak Annie. Just take a look at your parents, see how much they have sacrificed for us, uh,
Yeah, I
and
think
realize,
um
yeah, really, mm-hmm,
mhm. Well, Safira, it's very interesting to talk to you. I think I have a lot of things from your story
oh, thank you,
about
Kak
this
Annie.
meetup.
I got a lot of things from yours too.
Actually, I read a lot of articles, but I think hearing for someone about her opinion is open my window. Oh yeah, something like that. Even though it's a new one, it become a new window, and I got a new lesson, a new story that maybe I can do that in my life. And it's
Absolutely.
amazing to hear your story. Oh, you, my God, you are you're busy. Your activities is very much than mine.
Well, thank you. But yeah, just trying to keep up with my activities and stuff.
Yeah. May you have a success with your activities, your life, your studies, Safira.
I mean, thank you, Kak
Unfortunately,
Annie.
yeah. Unfortunately, we have no time, and I hope we can talk on another topic, Safira. Let's make a conclusion of
Sure.
our talk today. Well,
Great.
after hearing from our talks, from your story, from your opinion, I think I'm going to make a conclusion that it is clear that me time can be a good way to recharge your batteries, to refresh your mood, or your healthy, or your concentrations, in order to face the other activities that waiting for you to do. Do you agree with me, Safira?
Absolutely, Kak Annie. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I hope that we can do our mid time effectively, so you can face and enjoy your activities no matter hard it is, right? And
Agree. Absolutely.
I wish you success with your study. Well, thank you so much for taking your time with me, and thank you, Safira. And I hope we can have another talk with another topic.
Hopefully the same for me, Kak Annie. Hope I'm looking forward to talk with you again, discuss about other topics, things that would be completely necessary for us to talk. Well, to make people aware about some things that they may have forgotten before.
Yes, of course.
Great time
In Sefeo's
talking to you.
podcast, of course.
Yeah, of course. Watch Sefeo podcast. People watch it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, of course. Okay, Shafira, thank you so much for your time. See you again.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.